All right, welcome in everyone to another edition of Down and Back. We hope to do a lot of these, but we just never get to them at the big tournaments. So we are privileged to have ACL Pro Dan Walker Jr. with us to talk a little bags. How are we doing, Dan?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and your rookie season on the ACL Pro circuit. We're about halfway through the season. Is it everything you thought it would be?
It's actually more.
Yeah?
Talent-wise, it's more. Just how welcoming and how fun a lot of the people are in the pro division really kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
And like some of the guys you think they're just all business all the time are not. And I've had some just fantastic experience in a lot of warm-up, a lot of down and backs, if you would.
Yeah.
You know, with some guys. So.
And those ACL Pro shootouts and the Nationals, you got all the Nationals, you have 256 potential pros in every single game, whether you're in the first one, the losers, the stackers, whatever, every single one. It can be mentally wearing. I mean, you have to be ready to roll every game, don't you, Dan?
You do. You absolutely do. And it helps to know a little bit about your opponent, I believe. You know, if you got an all-slider now, which is really kind of going by the wayside, you know, the transition of the game is incredible. If you don't already know who your opponent is and what they like to do and try to strategize around what you're going to try to do, you're going to get yourself in some trouble. But,
well, you have a style of game, and you admit your strategy. You're always about the last bag.
Last bag,
and,
yes.
We're going to do a little down and back here in just a little bit and talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
But I think your style, a lot of people can really learn from it because you understand. I love playing with you and against you because I learn a lot all the time as far as how to set yourself up for that last bag. You're a big last bag guy, and that's the one that gets you. And if you end up with an 8.5 PPR, you're all right with that because you'll kind of muddle it up a little bit, right?
If I can. I mean, playing the strategy of last bag can be really trying on you because you gotta make a lot of shots. But in the same token, if you ever get to the point where it's 19-18 and now you both have to make a shot, I throw a lot of them. So I kind of have the advantage if I can get to that point late in the match where we each got to make a big shot. Well, I'm throwing a lot of them. Percentage-wise, I feel a little more comfortable.
And if you're going to be that player that throws that blocker and muddles up the board, you got to be a pretty good air mailer, right? If you're going to do that, I mean that's a pretty key, and you're one of the better ones at it.
Well, I appreciate that.
You got to be able to do that, right?
You do, and as important as that is, it's actually also knowing when do you actually throw that first one.
Yeah.
You know, and when do you throw the first one? Do you throw the first one on the level 1 block because you really want to play by I'm not pushing any of your bags in, you know, or do you want to back block and say, okay, 3 bags to 3 bags, let's throw them and see where it come out.
Yeah, well, let's do it down and back. We got ACL Pro Blake Karnick behind the camera over there. We appreciate him taking the time here at the ACL Wisconsin State Tournament here in Baraboo. We'll let you go first here and see what kind of damage we can do here. Okay, here we go.
So I like the level 2. So, come on, let's take a walk.
Let's look at it.
So the level 2.
I hate that bag.
The level 2 is what I started throwing last year at National. This bag, and I don't care if it's a little bit in my lane or not. If you can get around easy, I'm moving it up. I'll move it up, and hopefully, one of the things I love that's on the tee is to end up with that bag there.
Yeah.
But either way, with that bag right there,
is that
right out
perfect,
the gate,
is that a perfect first
right
bag
out the gate,
for
you already know in this round, if you want to make 12, because I can make 10 here, you have got to hit 4 shots. Right. So I want you to make 4 shots. I got to step out. I got to make 3 shots. You have to make 4.
Right. That's a hard shot from my side because even if I come in and manage to get around it, it's still going to be there for my second shot.
And here's the other reason why the level 2 I think is really key. Now when your roller comes in, a lot of times he's a bag short.
Okay.
Right? And he can roll over that, and you can get a good roll over that. If it doesn't have enough momentum to carry to the hole, you know, well, now you got a dead bag because you're not airmail and dragging. You're not doing anything with your bag. Sure. Now we can airmail or step out.
So that short blocker kind of in the opponent's lane, 6-8 inches in front of the hole.
Level 2.
Gold. Level 2.
Level 2. Level 2.
Walker Jr.
Absolutely.
Right. So me, because I mean I'm an all right air mailer, but I got a left to right. I'm going to see if I can kind of at least get next to you.
So that's the thing. Side by side is the shot.
Yeah. So I'm going to see if I can do that here.
Sure.
Okay, left it a lot left.
And so when you do that now and leave it long, there's my bumper. Now I'm not as much of a shot that I got to take.
So you just want to go in and leave your bag there right now. That's what you're thinking.
If I can make 10 with that bag, I will win 100% of my matches. I believe.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Let's do it here. All right. Not what you wanted, but you're still in good shape.
Yeah, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we both missed. I
I've
still
got a
have
tough shot.
the bag I want.
I'm going to try to rub off the left side of your bag here and get around you here.
Good cut.
All right. All right. Now your bag's back in play all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm just going to try to go in because I think your bag on the right side is in play.
Well, what I think is important is that I had to move my bag now. You did what you wanted. You got on the hole.
Yeah.
Now your airmail is better than mine because you've got a chance to go 2 of your bags.
Right. I got a little left to right, so I'm going to try to take.
So I had to push up, and I gotta abandon that strategy. I gotta get it up. I gotta get them on the hole.
Because I mean, your first bag was not good, so now you're thinking if I can get a wash out of this, I'm fine, right?
Wash is where it's at right now.
That's where you.
Unless you do something that you know what I'm saying. I mean, you could turn this into an opportunity.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here. A little left to right. Okay, kind of that's right where I wanted to be. Actually, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's a great bag. You got one left.
It's great. You're hanging. Yep. I got last bag.
I'm
see if I can bring me in
so,
from the left side.
Careful not to wedge here. That's a really good position to wedge. If you don't come in strong enough, those bags will wedge, and I get the deuce. Yep. And I never had to get that first bag to get it. Right? Yeah. That first bag is just sitting there right now.
Right. Now you left me a shot where I better not be
You've got to make a decision, right?
Yeah.
Either you're going to try to get both of them, or not take in a wash. If you can get them all,
I have the advantage of left to right, so I'm going to try to bring that one in.
I agree. That's a good shot.
See if I can't get it. All right. And there's 2 for Dan Walker.
No shot. No shot.
Drop.
Never a doubt, Blake.
I got the drop.
I get my never a doubt. Right, that bag was falling as soon as it left his hand.
So Dan, when you practice, do you practice that shot right there? Because a lot of people practice and they slide in and they airmail. Do you practice putting that bag right there?
I do. I absolutely do. It's not easy just to all of a sudden try to throw what you've been doing for 4.5 years to bring it back now and accurate 6 inches shorter. And you shorten your landing strip, you know.
Right.
But yeah, you can't. Sometimes I get frustrated. Yeah, I just throw a bag up on the board and play the round.
And that's what I love about bags is that the different personalities reflect how the person plays. You see young players playing aggressive and rolling and just, going.
Look at your son smile, because everyone knows where you're going with this. Go ahead.
And you've got that analytical personality. You love the math of the game and everything, and you find joy in that. I always tell people, I say, do what you find joy in a game. You love to airmail? Well, go practice airmail. If that brings you joy, airmail the heck out of this game. Find what brings you joy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do. I mean, so I was a basketball player before, and I was strictly right-handed. Everything was right. I never learned to go left. I just got better at going right. Seemed like that was going to be too much, so I just went harder. Like, nope, I want to go this way. I know I'm better this way. I'm going to keep going this way. And maybe not the level 2 block airmail game is the way to go, but
well, let's go down the other way. I'm going to get first bag this time. So, and that blocking philosophy, I just want to talk about it because I'm going to throw the first one in the hole. So,
Not bad.
So
Not
first
bad.
bag,
Not bad.
yeah,
Yep.
I wanted to go in, but even
Did
if
you?
your opponent puts that first bag in the hole, you can still keep your philosophy, right? Of that second, even though you got second bag
Yes.
of being in front, you don't
Yep.
have to abandon that.
No. And you're not on the hole. That's not a draggable bag with an airmail, at least with one. So now I got to make a decision. So now I look at the bag itself. Do you see your bag?
Yeah.
You see how it's kind of turned, squared nicely in your lane, giving you a nice flat surface to pick that bag up.
Right.
I got to put that in consideration because that's not a difficult bag for you to pick up. I got more of a point at me. I wouldn't want to.
And that's something that pros look at that maybe the lower level players don't, is which
corners.
way is the bag. Blake does that all the
Corners.
time. He says, I'm trying, like when he's trying to bring a bag in, he'll say, I'm trying to turn that.
Yep.
And then the
Give
next
me a
bag,
corner.
I
Yes.
can get it.
Yep.
Just that little bit of a 1 or 2 degree turn, right, is big. Big. Okay, let's see what you got here. Bag 1.
Well, I know what the fans want, so I mean.
All right. All right.
So now I have to make 9. And I'm okay with missing that. Now I got to make a 9 somehow.
I'm going to try and bump and replace here.
Are you? Good bag.
Take them both in.
Now I can still steal this round.
Okay. All right. Playing your game here. Walker airmail, there we go.
There it is.
I'm going to try to bump and replace or go through it. Ooh.
Oh,
Just a little hot. Just came through there. But I
but there
encourage
you go. I'll just say this. Then I threw my first bag off. Not the end of the world.
No.
And I had a chance to steal at the end.
And I would encourage people that maybe at a switch holio or something, if they want to try that strategy, that's a good time to do it. Like a switch holio or something. Try that strategy. See if it works for you. See if it brings you joy. Right? Might drive your partner crazy.
Well, that's the other part of it. It is a 2-man sport, so I mean, Chris, if he watches this, I drive Chris crazy with some stuff,
Yeah.
But also at that point, Chris needs to loosen up just a little bit, So yin and yang, and all that stuff. It's all got to work.
But I think your philosophy of don't ever give up on a round. It's never too late to put that bag down, put the blocker down, make the other person maybe fly one off the back, and at least turn it from a 3 into a 1. Or because those points, just because you don't get points, doesn't mean you didn't get something. Right?
So here's the other thing that's kind of crazy. You can give up points in a round and still actually win that round in a lot of ways. I mean, if they hit 4 just beautiful shots, push and replace, or hit the airmails, or whatever, and it's not.
Right.
I also consider that a win. I'm like, that could have went a whole lot worse.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we wish you the best the rest of the season. It's always a pleasure to see you. We thank you
very much.
taking time to join us. Dan Walker Jr. Follow him on ACL, the pro circuit. He'll be with the Michigan Marauders in Detroit the first weekend of July on CBS SN Sports Network, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So watch him on there. All right,
and a lot of other people too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for joining us. Another edition of Down and Back here on the Cornell Insider Podcast.